Good morning. It's now about 7:30 in the morning of Sunday the 8th of May. I'm Andy and this is my allotment. Been busy most of the week this week, so I've not had a chance to get down and do very much. Did a bit yesterday. I'll just give you a quick spin round and show you what's new and what's not happening and so on. Start off at this end, potato bed. These are mostly main crop. Nothing coming through as yet, but they've only been in a couple of weeks, so I'm not too concerned about that, to be honest. At the back there, I meant to put potatoes in last weekend, just never got around to it. We got beaten for time. I spent all day on Sunday sorting out the shed, trying to find the mouse I'd seen. Didn't find it, but I've got a lovely tidy shed. Square foot gardening bed is starting to come up now. It's mostly radish. The green stuff that you can see in there is mostly radish, but we do have some carrots. I'll show you down there. You see they're all in individual stations, which make life really easy. I'm trying to sort out what's where. Beetroot is starting to come through. You can just about see one there, hopefully. But the main stars are obviously the radish, because they don't take very long to grow at all. Garlic's doing still well. The onions at the bottom, so they're coming on quite nicely. As you can see, the chickens are making a mess of my paths, but I'll break all that level in a bit, that's not a problem. Potatoes in buckets, I'll just show you. My first earlies are now coming up. So these are 3 buckets of first earlies, and they're doing quite well. Not quite ready for earthing up as yet. They're a little bit slower than I would have liked, but still, that's the way it is. Let's see, what else can I tell you about? Oh yes, the bean arch. My plans for the bean arch have been set back a little bit because can you believe it, 8 or 9 days ago we had about 2 inches of snow here, and it's now 7:30 in the morning and it's lovely. It must be 15-16 degrees, so changeable weather or what. But anyway, unfortunately the beans that I had hardening off outside got caught in the snow and they weren't hard enough, so they've all died. I've had to plant some new ones. What I'm also going to do, I'm going to plant beans straight into the ground. It's warm enough now, and I'm banking on the fact that that's the last of our cold snaps, so we'll have enough warmth in here for things to germinate. You can tell things are getting better because, as you can see some mare's tail through. Now what I do with that, I simply go in there, and every morning when I'm down here with the chickens, I have a walk round any new mare's tail. I simply get hold of it and pull it out as deep as I can. I don't dig it out, that's futile. So all I do is I simply go down there and pull, and it comes out a little bit at a time, but it weakens the plant every time you do it. And so once you've done that, it eventually gives up the ghost and moves away. It's worked in most of my beds. Under here, the celery at this side is doing well, and the parsnips are also doing really well at the back. I thought those had gone, but they're doing fine. They'll be coming out in a couple of months' time, and then this bed will be free for something else. Broad beans, lots and lots of white flowers coming on the broad beans. A couple of these need clipping up to the poles, they're starting to fall over. Ones that weren't clipped, they just leant against it. But they're doing well. Hopefully they will grow taller and start to support each other as they grow. But as it stands at the moment, I'm happy. This lettuce on here is doing really well. This is going to be planted out on top of where the potatoes are going. The idea being that the lettuce will grow and be harvested before the potatoes grow enough to shade them out. So that's the plan. We'll see. If Monty Don can do it, I can do it too. Leeks still doing well. We've harvested about another 8 or 9 of them yesterday. And garlic. Leeks at this end and garlic at that end. By the looks of it, something's dug somehow, so I'll have to put those back in a moment. Main thing I'm doing for today, this area is going to become a fenced in chicken run with a roof, which means we can let them out when we're not here. At the moment the only time they get to roam is when we are here, so that's obviously not brilliant. So I'm going to fence the whole of this area in, put this coop in it for the time being, but eventually at the bottom there where the cold frame is and those buckets etc, is going to have a shed, a 5x7 shed there, which will become a chicken hutch. So other things I'm doing today, I've got some fruit trees down at the bottom down there in pots. I've never really done much with them. I've neglected them, to be honest. So I'm going to be taking them out of the pots, filling with a bit more soil, a bit of chicken pellets, some rock dust, and basically give them a bit of a boost. So that's the first thing I want to do today. Then I'm going to move all this chicken netting, get the panels over here to build the chicken run with, and start fastening them together. I'm using security fence panels at the moment. They're going to give it a try and see how it does, and leave it at that. Anyway, I'll come back to you later and show you how I'm doing, and speak to you all then. Bye bye. Okay, so these are the fruit trees I was saying that I need to repot. As you can see, they've been particularly badly treated. There's virtually no soil in there. The soil cover should be up to this level, and it's nowhere near, especially in this one. This is absolutely tiny. It's full of slugs and snails and all things like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift them up out of the pots, put some new stuff underneath to give them a chance to root down. I'm going to put more around the top, because this one, as you can see, get rid of the rubbish. The roots are actually bare, so that is no good at all. So first thing I'm going to do, apart from hitting the camera, is lift this out, and it's probably quite root bound. Now in the bottom of here, got drainage in the bottom, everything that's needed. I'm going to put some soil, some compost, so a couple of handfuls of compost. Extra nutrients and everything that's in the compost already will help, and that needs to come up to about there. I'm also using some of this stuff, rock dust. Now this is supposed to be good for putting trace minerals back in the soil, etc. Not that this needs it, because it's not had anything out of it, but every little helps. So I've got a third of a pack of this to going in there. I've also got chicken manure pellets, a handful of those in there, and I've also got some blowfish and bone, and again a handful of that. We'll mix all that round so it's all nicely distributed. Put the plant back on top. That's sitting just about right. I fill the gaps in around the edge with more compost. It rained a lot last night, so I don't really need to water this because it's quite a lot of moisture in the soil. But I am going to water it in, because obviously the compost I'm putting on now doesn't have very much water in it. It's damp, but not a huge amount. I'm making sure that those roots are covered. This plant has been mistreated by me. I've just basically left it alone for the past couple of years. Now that's much better. Up to the top, lots of ingredients in there that should hopefully give it lots of nutrients, and that is the plant that will go on to give us some fruit this year, I hope. We'll do the same with the other plant and the third plant as well. I will take it from there.